garnichery. When I wanted to open up a Filipino restaurant, I wanted to make sure that it was something that Filipinos felt proud to come into and bring their friends. There's great music, a great ambiance, there's cocktails, and there's a cool vibe. Why did I call it Fob Kitchen? Fob means fresh off the boat. So it's almost like you're the first person who just comes straight from the Philippines. Ta-da! You're foreign, which we all are. Like, I started thinking of my family who taught me how to cook, and I want to be proud of them. And I wanted to empower the word. So I took it back, and now I feel really glad about my decision because people will message me on Instagram and they'll say, I'm Fob, and they'll be very proud of it. All the recipes or all the things on the menu are favorites of mine growing up. When we would go to family parties, I would eat so many Shanghai lumpias and my friends would eat it and I'm like, I wanted to learn. And so I cooked with my grandma and she showed me the recipe. We do house ground pork, water chestnuts, celery, carrots, onions, egg yolks to bind it all, and a little bit of patis, which is fish sauce. And we roll lumpias, deep fry it, and we serve it with a sweet chili sauce. I have a lot of vegetarian and vegan dishes, and Filipinos are predominantly meat eaters. So we're changing that out, making like veggie stocks or substituting certain things, or taking meat out and making it have that umami flavor, that savory flavor. And it's good with the hot sauce too. Yes. Yeah. That's like your homemade hot sauce? Yeah, we make that in-house. I love to get out there and connect with people and wanting to let them know I'm so grateful that they came in to eat here. And it's funny because my grandma she's come into the restaurant maybe like twice when she comes and visit from the Philippines. She's like 92. I'm like, what do you think about the lumpia, Nana? She's like, it's good. And I'm like, it's your recipe.
Now, Tanisha, how did you find and discover this place?
I eat in Oakland quite a bit, and the Temescal quite a bit. And as I was walking down the street, I could hear the music coming from inside. The first time I went, they were playing Aretha Franklin. And one thing anybody knows about me is that I can't sing, but I do sing. And the cook behind me just started belting the song out, and I was like, oh, okay, now this is a vibe, and we're gonna have a duet here. It was awesome.
And is there one dish that keeps drawing you back again and again?
Each time I go, I have to have the pancit. It is a vegan dish, and I am very much a carnivore, but it's awesome with the glass noodles, the way that it's seasoned. It has string beans, onions. It is a really flavorful dish.
We also had the pancit sotinghong because I'm actually half Filipino, so I eat a lot of Filipino food at home, and there's a lot of pork and meat in the dishes, so it was really refreshing to try the flavors without meat, and it was really interesting to see how they could do that.
I started with the cinco-mas ensalada, and it was like a coleslaw with carrots, cabbage, and like maybe a zest of lime as well in there, and some sort of vinegar. And it just all came together so wonderfully. And my friend was vegan, so she just dined on that. But we were like stealing that off her plate to go with our chicken, our crispy chicken that we also started with. I'm just like a chicken skin girl. I just really like the chicken skin. And it just had the flavor of the chicken, and it was just really authentic. And they had this hot sauce that came with it, and it was just divine with this chicken.
Their hot sauce deserves to be bottled. It is so delicious.
Is it eye-popping kind of hot?
It's not eye-popping hot, but it's hot enough to get you going. It is awesome.
Stefan?
We also had the pork adobo. I think it's the national dish of the Philippines, and the special touch they did was they added coconut milk to it. So it was very velvety and creamy, and it was amazing. I couldn't wait to spoon more of that sauce on top of the garlic rice and even the pancit. So it was really special, really good.
And we ordered the veggie lumpia, and it's sort of like a crispy, almost like a spring roll, but it's got a special sort of vegetables that would be native to the Philippines. And then we had that with that hot sauce, and it was really nice. Right. I had the tocino with the garlic rice and a fried egg on top, and that was just so flavorsome. I really enjoyed the pork. I'm not a big pork lover in general, But the way this was cooked, it just was out of this world. And I would definitely try the pork in this restaurant 100%. Again, I completely recommend it. My friend had the deep fried pork belly, which I think is called lechon.
Let's get the expert over here.
Yeah.
To pronounce that.
Yeah, lechon kawali.
Lechon kawali, yes. And it was just, again, like there's nothing they can't do with this pork. They do so many magical things with it, and I highly recommend getting some pork if you're going to visit this restaurant.
One of the cocktails that I had was the Juhu Beach cocktail, and I believe they named it that in homage of the restaurant that was in the same space before. It was an Indian restaurant. So this had an Indian rum, chai, cardamom. It was
I think I had
great
that one.
drink.
That's cool.
Yeah, I think I had that cocktail too. It was sensational. It was really delicious. Yeah.
We had the halo halo, which means mix in Tagalog, and it's like shaved ice.
Halo is everywhere now.
Yeah,
Right?
it's
It's
popular,
everywhere
right?
now.
But yes, it's shaved ice with condensed milk and a bunch of things inside. You know, sometimes there's Rice Krispies, there's like jelly beans, and a big scoop of ube ice cream on top. It just
Pretty in purple.
It's pretty in purple, and you know eat as much as you can, and once it melts, you can drink it all down.
Right.
It's great to see Filipino food modernized and becoming popular. You know, growing up, not a lot of people tried Filipino food that aren't Filipino. So it's great now that Amy and everyone else we can all go enjoy Filipino brunch together.
So you're thanking Tanisha right now
Yeah, it's amazing. Thank you.
for finding this place, right?
Yeah, it was amazing. Thank you.
All right. If you would like to try Fob Kitchen, it's located on Telegraph Avenue in Oakland, and the average tab per person is around $25.